happening, YouTube? Leo1. Alright, once again, not in the bucket. I'm at the crib. Brother just got off home from work and stuff like this. I want to make this video kind of short. Alright, because I've been like trying to upload videos for the longest, but YouTube kept turning me down, rejecting my videos. So I had to like check it out, and they were saying, you know, some of my videos been flagged or what have you, which is just alright, because you know, the more you flag my videos, you know, I'm gonna keep making videos. I don't give a damn if it's like 5 minutes or whatever. I'm gonna keep making videos. I'm gonna keep putting my words out to the brothers and sisters out, and not just them, but everyone, as well as the same brothers and sisters out in the Black YouTube community. And so, you know, my video's been flagged. I see how that's happened. I'm gonna probably have to start going on my other channel. But reason why I want to make this video, because it's like every single time, you know, the brothers and sisters out in the Black community, YouTube Black community, that does videos and try to put out positive things to the negative. And it's like, for some odd reason, it's like every time, you know, we try to get away from the ignorance and the troublesome, it seems to find us. No matter what, you know, what we do, where we go, I mean, it always seems to find us. And you must remember, now is troll season, so it's going to be a lot of trolls popping up. It's going to be a lot of hate comments coming up now. Once again, you know, the summer's gone, you know, so be on the lookout for that. Excuse me. So, you know, we all got to be on the lookout for that, because they're out right now. And, you know, they back like they is. But just like I said, you know, we try to get away from trouble, but trouble seems to find us, as well as the ignorance. See, the thing is that, when I say that, because you got like two categories. You got the ignorant and you got the troublesome. And when I say the ignorance, is that the ignorance, number one, excuse me, I don't mean to do that, but number one, the ignorance is that you got racist whites out, and you know, you got the other people of other different ethnicity. They ignorance too, because they say the worst ignorant stuff. And then now, number two, you got the troublesome. That's the self-hating blacks, self-hating Africans, Americans, or whatever you want to call them. They're troublesome. And the reason why I say they're troublesome is because when we try to like put a message out or something good, they always want to come and, you know, say, you know what I mean, just say terrible things. And so when the troublesome say ignorant things, that gives the ignorance boosting power to go ahead and come off the sidelines and finish the game off. You know what I mean? So today, I was like looking at one of Brother Super Harvey Boy videos that he did, you know, some other stuff as well. And I was, you know, like Brother Umar Johnson, Brother Booker T. Coleman. I was like looking at some of the stuff like during my break. So I got a message in my inbox, and it, you know, some guy named BWC Mike. He made a comment from an old video I did called To a Troll named LD321. And at the bottom it said the N-word, nigger. So I went on his channel, and you know, it was a white dude, and you know, it wasn't like hate stuff. It was all kind of like stupid ass shit on there. But anyway, how could I say this? You know, I said what I had to say, and I blocked him, because I'm not gonna spend my precious time, my breath, my energy to go back and forth with somebody that's ignorant. Because they don't know, they don't have nothing else to fucking do, so they want to go put their little ignorance out. And I hope you too watching this, flag this if you want. Alright, So, you know, right now, a lot of brothers and sisters on YouTube, especially a lot of brothers, you know, because the black man is the root of all the nutrients and things towards black people. We are the, you know, the dominant one. Now, I can't say I'm not going to put the black women out too, because they got a important part of this. But the man is the number one. That's the reason why the black man is always going to be the number one target to bring down. And so so I said what I had to say, and I left that alone, because right now ignorance is trying to upbring the ignorance, especially after this election went on, when Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan, his little pupil dunce, has failed. They had lost. And so, you know, when Barack Obama came victorious, they all want to, like, say bad things, make death threats and all this. This shit ain't nothing new. I mean, we see this shit for years. And I say to myself, it's like, damn, how can we make this happen? How can we, you know, make things happen for our peoples to wake up, to open their eyes? Because the more our people tend to care about themselves and don't open their eyes and keep their eyes closed, the ignorance always gonna come out. Now, to the troublesome, we got a lot of troublesome out there. You know, you got troublesome out there. They hang out corners. You know, it's not really doing nothing for themselves. I understand some of them out there really do this to make a living, because ain't no jobs gonna be given to them. So, you know, I can say that, but still and yet, that's still troublesome, because you can go out and you can do something for yourself. You can better yourself if you want to do it, but they can't. And that's the reason why I don't like the word can't, because the word can't means they can do it, I can do it, but I don't want to do it. Bottom line. That's the thing. And I would say that our elderly has a bigger role to this, because you got the ones that don't want to be bothered, and you got the religious ones. And the ones that don't want to be bothered is that, I'm going to tell you like this. They feel like back in the days, back in like civil rights movement, the way these kids going on right now, some of these elders are kind of intimidated. They is. That's the reason why they said if they even get in a confrontation with one of these youngsters out here, they will shoot first and answer questions later. Because when they was growing up, when they was living back then, you know, it wasn't such thing with their pants hanging down and shooting and doing all this shit. They had their pants up. They was more respectful back then. And when push came to shove, they came from the shoulders, which they don't see that no more. So, you know, things go on as they live, as their lifespan go on. They see what goes on from generation to generations. It kind of like intimidate them. You know what I mean? That's the reason why they don't want to be bothered with these youngsters no more. And that's the reason why I'm saying is because they need our elders to, you know, come into them and tell them, you know, what's right from wrong, because they didn't seen what was going on. They didn't seen what they didn't saw. That these youngsters, they don't see what's going on now. And so that's another part to it, because I remember back in like in the late 70s and the early 80s, I remember old brothers used to come up to us and say, "Hey brother, come here and sit down, man. What's going on?" You know, they would talk to you, which they don't do that no more. And they'll give you a little quarter and say, "Go on to the store and get you some candy," or whatever. And that was it, and that was all. Now they don't do that no more. So now on the other side, you got the other elders that in religion. They ain't gonna say nothing. The only thing they're gonna say something to you is this church. Come to church and all this. Which we've been praying for all these years, and shit ain't happened. And still and yet we don't know where this money's going to, where they give to these pimp preachers. Because if they was giving money to these preachers would like better these schools out here, have our own schools, have job services so our own people can have, have jobs, supermarkets, all these establishments. And they don't do that. Because why? Because they only care for themselves. That's the reason why you have Asians, you have Arabs and stuff coming in our community and taking all these things. Because two black people, they can't have business together, because they gonna think, one of them gonna think the other one's trying to get the other person. Oh, you out to get me, or I'm out to get you. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth, back and forth. So you can't talk to them, because they want to go to church and pray. That's something that's not gonna happen. And to me, to a God, to me, that don't exist. They send their money, they send all their money to these churches, and then when they send their money to these churches, they want to go home, get drunk, and bitch about all the bills they got to pay. And this is what's going on right now. This is the reason why we've been laughed at. This is the reason why we've been mocked at. This is the reason why they come in our neighborhoods, moving our neighborhoods, tearing shit down that we grew up off of, we lived off of. Mexicans doing the same thing coming here. I remember every corner used to have like chicken shacks and all that. Now it's all like Mexican food places, and they business with wedding dresses and shit out on the window right there. And so what I'm trying to say is that these brothers and sisters out on YouTube, attacking me, attacking Harvey, and all these other brothers out here that's trying to do something, you ain't nothing but making them gain power. That's all you doing. And guess what? You're going to have a hate coming towards you too. And that goes for the sisters too. You attacking all these brothers on YouTube. They trying to say better things, make sure that you're number one and you ain't number two or number three. You number one. But you putting yourself down as number three because you're attacking the wrong people. The people that's trying to, black women, you're a gift. You're a gift. You're a gift. And you giving these snakes all this power because you trying to belittle these brothers out here. They're saying that you number one. They snakes. You know what? Before I leave, and the people that's living off us, that's coming in our neighborhoods, that we took in. But back then, when I grew up, I always heard this story. Maybe you brothers that's in my age range, you probably heard the same story too before I leave. This was happening is that this woman had took this snake in. This snake was outside the door. So she took this snake in. It was cold outside. The snake was hungry, all hurt and shit. So this woman took this snake in. Nurtured the snake, fed the snake, make sure the snake, was gaining its health back, did everything for this snake. But all of a sudden, when this snake came back to its life or whatever, came back to its health and everything back to its normal, the snake bit the woman. And the woman looked at the snake and shock was like, "Why did you bite me?" And the snake looked at her and said, "Before you picked me up and took me in, you know where I was. You know what I was about. And that's the reason why I bit you. And that's the reason why the people that we took in, that we risked our necks for, they did the same goddamn thing to us." Leo, when I'm out. Peace, one love.